Hey y'all, it's Natalie for A Cherry on Top, and today I am working in a Beach Traveler's Notebook album, and I'm going to use this Fun in the Sun collection by Pebbles and a little bit of the Just Beachy collection by Simple Stories. I am using a new cut file from ACOT and that Doodle Bug cardstock. I chose this really bright yellow color, and the cut file says sunshine and good times, and then the good times is cut out so you can fill it in with a fun pattern or what have you. So I did alter the size a little bit. I want it to go vertically up this white cardstock on the left side of the page, and my right paper is going to be filled with these photos, a series of three photos of my son Lachlan coming in hot on a wave, on a boogie board, and the ocean. So I'm hoping to inspire some of your fun summer crafting here. You'll see I have cut down the photos and I left a little gutter on the right. So these are OTTP, as the scrap gals would say, outside the page protector. And I'm leaving that space on the left and on the other side on the right for the holes to be punched to fit into my D-ring album. So you can kind of see there's the basic layout. I'm choosing a paper to use in the cut file. I flip through for a couple more options, but I definitely end up going with that plaid paper. Although it does remind me a little bit of Easter for some reason. I don't know why. Consider the pink, but I know that I'm going to do a solid on the background there, and we already have a solid cardstock, so I definitely think that I need a pattern inside. I think about that blue. It would bring out the blue really nicely, but I like all of the multicolors. I like a pop of pink. So I'm going to go with the plaid there from the Fun in the Sun collection. But I don't want to lay it atop a plain white cardstock, so I'm going to use this Retro Summer Sunburst stencil. I'm going to do some ink blending. I'm using Carved Pumpkin Distress Oxide here, and I'm using my Waffle Flower Crafts rainbow blending brushes, which is really nice because, you don't really have to worry about cleaning them too much because you're not moving them amongst the colors. There's the orange brushes for the orange colors. So you see me holding like just a little piece of scrap paper there with my fingers, and that helps me to hold onto the paper, but not get my fingerprints on it and not get the ink on my fingers, because Distress Oxide does take a little bit of time to dry, but that's one of the properties it has because it has really neat reactions with water and things. So that's what you see me doing here. I'm sticking the stencil down with my purple tape, and I have just a regular old paper towel, and I spritz it with water. It is not very wet because I do not have gesso on this paper. And I'm just using the stencil to guide me, and I'm rubbing my paper towel on, picking up some of the color through the stencil. And so when you remove it, you'll see two different layers, and it's a little bit hard to see right now because it's not fully dry, but you'll see in a moment that you get a really cool sunburst effect. So you have the darker orange paper and you have the lighter orange sunburst, which is neat. But then I cover it all up with the cut file. I'm also going in with just a little bit of splattered plain water. I'm going to let that sit there and dry naturally, and you'll see in the close-up photos that it kind of picks up the color and creates a really neat distressed look. While it dries, I'm going to back my cut file with this Fun in the Sun plaid paper. So I am putting the good part down and going to cut it out because you can see the times is running off of the page a little bit. So I just scooched it on over so I could get all of that. I wanted the plaid to kind of be the same all the way across. So there's that page pretty much done. And now I'm going to work on the photos over here. So I've cut them down to fit nicely where they'll each have a nice little white border between and around them. And you'll see the gutter. I'm going to kind of mimic the colors on the other side on the gutter where I will need to put a hole. But I really only need 2 holes. It's not too much. So I'm going to use that same plaid paper and cut a small strip. It is not the length of my page, which is about 5 inches by like 8 1/4 maybe. So I use the yellow cardstock that I used to cut the cut file first, and as a base, and then I put the pattern paper on top. And so the yellow is just peeking out nicely all the way around. So it gives it like a lovely nod to both of the papers used on the opposite page. So it brings nice cohesion to the layout. This layout is on the Cherry on Top vlog today, so I'll link that down below, and I will also link my affiliate links down below if you want to buy any of these products that are still available in the store. They're both collections that are new this summer, so they should still be in there. Trimming off the excess here. And I'm kind of doing a lot of outside the page protector pages in this album, and I'm kind of doing them all different kinds of sizes. That's why I wasn't exactly sure as to the size, because the right page is a bit bigger than the left side page. And I think that's fun. I think the eclectic nature of the different size papers really lends to the scrappy feel of the scrapbook. I love these photos of Lachlan. I edited them really bright. I wanted the colors to pop really nicely. But put a strap on your phone and don't be afraid to get in there. They are water resistant and you get these great shots. Now I put some tape on the back part of the cut file, but then I'm using my Nuva adhesive on the smaller alphas, and then very gently and easily lay it down, leaving a gutter on the right side of that page. I love this new cut file. It's pretty new in the store, so I'll link that down below too. And it could go for so many things. Like, it's great for summer, but I'm sure that you have photos of sunshine when it's not summer also. So now I get my white gel pen. I don't know about you, but I don't have the best of luck with white gel pens, so you'll see me get a piece of paper out, and then eventually I end up getting some hot water. And I had success by dipping the tip of my pen in some hot water and then wiggling it around on a paper as well, and then holding it up and down and not pressing too hard. And that is the best tips that I could come up with for outlining my cut file. Also allowing everything to dry fully first, so that the ink blended background and or the glue of the cut file, everything like that, make sure it's nice and dry before you try to use your white gel pen around it. Now I'm just going to make sure I don't have a naked page on the other side. So there is one spread, and on that white page I have these other 4 photos of Heath doing a similar, coming in from the beach on his boogie board. So I'm going to do a super quick page. I'm going to grab another piece of paper from the Fun in the Sun paper pad. This is 6x8 paper pad. I love the blue waves. I'm going to stick that entire page down on my white cardstock. What you'll notice is that, again, the page is a tad taller than the paper. The pages are 6x8, but when I took into account, I didn't take into account the branding strip, if you will. It wasn't really the branding strip, it was just the piece that held it into the paper pad, but I was including that when I was seeing if the page was large enough. But it ended up working out because the strip of paper at the top was surfboards, and he's boogie boarding, which is his version of surfing. So I'm just going to remove that hole that was used to display the paper pad, and I don't need that whole strip, so it worked out. And I'm just going to relay it across the top without the hole, and it will be a nice little nod to the photos and another embellishment, a pop of color up at the top, and you'll never even notice the little bit where they come together. I do kind of hide it with another sticker here in a moment, so I'll put that on and then trim off the excess as well, and we're almost done. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, I'm going to link down below to the Cherry on Top vlog where you can find all the details, and you can also see the pages uploaded in the gallery. So I have mounted this collage photo on some white cardstock. There's some negative space in between all 4 photos, so I'm going to put one of the bits and pieces from the Just Beachy collection by Simple Stories in the middle, and then I'm going to use the Beach Day thicker from these are Pebbles Fun in the Sun, so the same paper pad that I'm using, the thickers go with that. And I'm using extra adhesive because it's outside the page protector, using my Nuva adhesive to stick down those stickers. Think about using that fish, but it didn't quite work for me. So I go to the Just Beachy sticker sheet, and I pull out just this little strip of words, and then I needed one little pink pop at the bottom. So I tuck this little pink seashell under one of the title words, and we're gonna call it done. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and let me know if you have any questions down below. Bye y'all.